What you need today is not just a purpose. What you need is a mission, a measurable, meaningful mission. Translating this purpose into a meaningful, actionable plan where you're delivering on impact. That is what a mission is. Marketeers need to be a chief mission officer that is really helping those companies, be the force for good that they can really be, because they have so much to offer to this world. There's a lot of work around, purpose, and there's a lot of, words being thrown around. But, the reality is that, very few of these companies and brands are really translating that into real impact. On one side, the real drivers is sales and short term, and then, committing to social causes and driving the SDGs takes longer term commitment. And the two are usually not always so well aligned. So you need to keep working with the businesses to make sure that they find what will help their purpose really stick. So my idea was very simple, is, how do we support those companies by giving them a roadmap that they could follow so that they could transform this stated purpose into real transformable business model that drive impact. When you're talking about marketing, you're trying to create a differentiation. You're trying to think about what will make your brand separate, stand differently. And now what we're trying to convince those brands is that if you actually take a stand that is positive, progressive, you will have a better alignment with your consumer than not. And if you can somehow explain that when they're buying you, what they're buying is values, is alignment, is growth, is a brand that cares about their families, that cares about them beyond just the product that they're selling. That is when you can get the marketing to really get up. But in order for you to build that, you need to do that long enough, because the consumer can tell if you're just purpose washing very quickly. If you said last year that you were going to stand for inclusive beauty, and this year you're standing for the next, Black Lives Matter, and next year you're standing for, another social issue, you're just, purpose washing. So there is no real truth to what you stand for. And with the transparency, the internet, everything out there is in the open. So you can't stand for something and not really walk the talk today. That's when the corporate culture makes a huge difference, right? That is where the corporate purpose, the leadership that are really seeing themselves as wanting to change the world, and seeing, because those companies are like, sometimes some of them are bigger than some country, in terms of budget. They have a responsibility, but also they have an opportunity to solve some of the world's biggest problems. And some of the world's biggest problems, what they need is a change of mindset. It's not only just access, it's change of mindset where, nobody is discriminated. It's change of mindset on giving women more equality. It's change of mindset in ensuring that, we are respecting sexual orientations and differences. And that's where brands can really push the cultural agenda and just get us to a more equal footing.